I've been asked a lot lately, especially by my coaching clients, how it is I show up confidently on camera, on my social media, teaching classes, doing live events, or speaking on stage, which is something super new for me. But I'm going to let you guys in on it. I am not confident. I'm scared. Sorry for the bad word, but it's true. But I've learned to just do it scared. So if you guys are lacking confidence right now, you're struggling with that, you're really nervous to show up on your social media, but you know you need to in order to help build your clientele, then keep watching. This episode is for you. Welcome to The Rebel Show, the podcast for estheticians who want to grow their business, master social media, and perfect their waxing technique. I'm Brie Mesquit, esthetician, business coach, and founder of Rebel Wax and First to Market Wax Pads. I built a 6-figure clientele, a 7-figure brand, and have trained over 15,000 waxers through my in-person and online courses. Are you struggling to book clients or market yourself? You're in the right place. Each week, I bring real business strategies, waxing education, and no BS advice to help you grow. Let's get into it. Welcome back to the show, you guys. I'm excited to talk about this topic today. I think it's an important one, and I just want to let you guys in a little bit more like real and raw, because I know Instagram highlight reel, social media highlight reel, right? And we don't always show all the like behind the scenes nerves or just the crap we kind of go through as entrepreneurs, right? I know you guys can relate, but it's hard to see that relatability in others sometimes on social media because we're all putting out our highlight reel. I do try to keep it real and authentic, but at the same time, I don't want to be a drag and be sharing every single hurdle because I want to inspire and uplift and you guys to feel energized and good, not it just to be a vent fest on my Instagram or on any of my social medias. But I have to let you know, confidence is not something that I feel I am like really great at. I just have learned to show up and do it anyways, despite the fear. And I've also, so one of my favorite lines is do it scared. I've gotten really good at just doing it scared, but I've learned over doing these things scared and then doing them repeatedly that the confidence actually comes from action. Confidence is not the absence of fear. It's acting in despite of. So my first social media post, my first time showing up on Instagram, I was terrified. I watched the video back a million times. My voice sounds funny. I stutter. I still do that, but now I just don't care and I show up anyways. Use wrong words. Still everything that you see now. I am just now willing to put myself out there authentically and have put in the sets and reps where it's like, whatever, I'm just going to show up as I am. The right people will find me and the right people will find you as well. But you got to just get started so that you give yourself time to work through those things. So confidence comes from taking action. So what used to terrify me, showing up on Instagram, posting, doing all that now, since I've done it for so long and so many times and just got started, now that's easy. Now I'm going into new seasons of things that scare the crap out of me, like getting up on stage. Recently, the most recent event was giving my acceptance speech for SD of the year. I was so nervous. Like seriously, I had been thinking about this for weeks. I was thinking about all the ways I could maybe get out of this. I was kind of like secretly hoping I was like sick or something so that I like couldn't show up. Like I was really, really, really nervous for this, but I just was like, okay, what's the worst thing that can happen? If it doesn't equate to death, then like just freaking go for it and do it. And after I felt so good about myself, I definitely gained a little bit more confidence. And now each time that I get on a stage and speak in front of people, I'm getting a little bit better, a little bit better, and a little bit better, and a little bit more confidence. But does not mean that I'm not still fearful. But the things that used to scare me really don't anymore. I used to be terrified to speak in front of a wax class. Now I'll have, I think we had at least like 100 people potentially. I can't remember. We didn't count seats, but there was a big group when we were at the trade show, and it's now easier for me. I'm not as fearful because I put in the sets and reps. So stop delaying being able to start building that confidence by not just getting started, okay? You need to get started. That's my biggest takeaway I want you guys to have. So where is it that people really get stuck? And I see this all the time is waiting to feel ready. You're never going to feel ready. I'm telling you, you will not feel ready. The only time you'll finally feel ready is once you've done it like multiple times, and that you realize, okay, I didn't die. And then even better than that, a lot of times people are like, oh my gosh, that was awesome. Like you did great. It's like, okay, I can do this. A little bit more confidence, a little bit more confidence. Stop waiting to feel ready. You're never going to feel ready. There's never going to be perfect timing. You just got to show up and just do it. Okay. Other thing that I see so often is over-researching, overthinking, and then comparing. And this is something I've really fallen into, especially lately with doing more like speaking engagements or getting on a stage to speak, which is terrifying. I'm like, can I just keep my feet on the ground, please? Like, why do I have to get up on this like platform? It's like really terrifying. But I have been coaching with my business coach Bedros for about 2 years now, and he goes and does huge events where there's thousands of people, and everyone in his realm are like excellent public speakers. He's friends and speaking on stages with Ed Milet, Jen Gottlieb. I may have mispronounced her name, but all these incredible speakers. And then since I've been like kind of around that and being coached by someone like that, I compare myself to where they're at in their speaking career. And I have to take a step back and realize, okay, they're on their chapter 50 when I'm on my chapter 1 or 2. So you got to be careful with the comparison game. And the reason they are at the level they're at now is because they just got started. They were willing to do it scared, and they were willing to suck. That's one of the biggest things. You have to be willing to suck and to be a newbie and a beginner, because it's just the price of admittance. Like, you can't think about when you first started waxing. Were you just excellent straight off the bat, doing 15-minute Brazilians, laying every strip perfectly, removing every strip? No, you weren't. It was messy. It was sticky. It was hot, gooey mess. But you kept pushing forward. Same thing with anything new you're trying to do in life. You have to be willing to suck. You have to get started. You have to stop waiting till you're ready. And you got to stop getting in this analysis paralysis where you're just constantly researching, prepping, and it's tactical avoidance. At the end of the day, it's procrastination, and you're avoiding doing the actual thing. You're never going to get confidence. You're never going to get to a level of having experience without actually experiencing it and taking action and doing it. So stop getting in that overthinking, over researching, and the worst of the comparison game. Quick interruption to the show. I wanted to make sure that you are aware of my free 6-week hard waxing 101 course that I have put out for waxers to gain confidence in the treatment room, no matter where it is in your waxing career that you are at. You will also receive a certificate of completion once you complete the course. So visit us online, lashwaxoc.com, and you will click the training tab. Now back to the show. Okay, so I want to leave you with something that you can do today to help build some confidence. Most of you guys, I feel like, are struggling with confidence to show up on social media. That's the biggest thing that I see with my coaching clients is they know they need to use social media to build their clientele, but they're just really terrified of getting on camera and showing up. So today I want you to film one story post, okay? Your stories are more of the behind the scenes, a little less polished, okay? You can show up as is, throw the Paris filter on so your skin looks nice and clear. Don't be using these crazy filters and stuff. Just put the Paris filter on, smooths out your skin, okay? You're gonna look great, and just show up and speak to the camera and share a little bit about what you've got going on for the day, okay? I want you to just start there. Now, one of the things that I used to do when I first started posting on Instagram was I really had to force myself to not and I fell into this at first, and then I broke this habit of rewatching my videos back. When I rewatch, even now, like doing these podcast stuff, when sometimes we'll put it on to kind of review the episode, and I'm like, I sound so weird. Why do I talk like that? Like my voice, everyone thinks their voice sounds weird on camera, on video. So just don't watch it back. Just post it. Because think of it this way. I'm sure all of you are really great at communicating with your clients in the treatment room. You've built a clientele. People love you. You have relationships. When they come in, if you stutter on a word or you mispronounce something, or like you can't be like, oh wait, hold, pause, let me delete and refilm that. Like, act like you're talking to one person on the other side of the screen, to your phone. It's that one person, not a sea of the big, scary internet. You're not talking to like this sea of thousands of people. You're talking to that one person. So I challenge you to do at least one story post. Now, if you guys are already really got that down, you're not scared to show up on your stories, maybe it's a feed post. Maybe you do a talking head reel where you're sharing a piece of educational content. Maybe you're sharing a little bit of your story. You guys, you need to be sharing more of your story. So many of my coaching clients, they share with me like their background, like some of the things they've been through. I'm like, this is incredible. I am so inspired. Like, you need to share this with people. People love to support and buy into people who have overcome just adversity and are still doing the dang thing, showing up, business owner. Like, it's amazing. It's really inspiring. So don't rob others of a blessing from not sharing your story. Your story can inspire so many people. So maybe that's one of the challenges you take on today. Share a little blip of your story. It doesn't need to be long. We chunk things out, okay? So you write down your timeline and then just share a little portion of it and then keep sharing it. That's going to be one way to build up some confidence online too, and to just start showing up authentically and really letting people in on who you really are. Because at the end of the day, social media is about being social. It's about building relationships. And part of that is to really show who it is that you are. Show up authentically, flaws and all, really. Because then that allows it gives them permission. Like, oh, I can, like, we're all human. I'm human too. Like, I have those same flaws. It makes you more relatable because it's just human. It's real. It's raw. So show up as you are. And then I want you to do it again tomorrow, or maybe the next day, at least multiple times a day. It's all about multiple times a week, I should say. So let's talk real quick. This isn't like a social media training, but real quick on like kind of a schedule you guys should have. Do your best really to be showing up on your stories daily. That's the behind the scenes. Show your setup. Maybe like you're excited you have a few new clients today, whatever. Share a little bit about your day. Then I also want you on your feed to be posting at least 3 times a week. That would be kind of a beginner schedule. Now, if you want to go more intermediate, then I would say about 5 times a week, maybe just your working days. And then more advanced, you really want to be posting daily or even multiple times a day. So start with 3 times a week, be committed to that, and then stay consistent. It's all about the consistency. That's when the confidence is going to start coming in, is when, okay, you've done 3 in 1 week, now 2 weeks, now you've done 6. After a month, now you've done 12. Like, that's when you start, okay, I'm getting the hang of this. But if you guys don't get started, you're not going to be able to build that up. You're not going to be able to have that experience, correct any mistake. You're going to be able to see like, okay, I could do this better. I can do this to set myself up to feel a little bit better on camera. Like, whatever it is, you're not going to know until you actually get in and do the thing. So start messy, start scared, just do it. Stop starting over. Start today and then continue and stay consistent. And I promise you the confidence will come. Okay. But you can't give up. And you got to just get started. If you guys have any like social media specific questions or any questions really at all, this channel is all here to serve you, serve your business. I want me to be a resource for you to be able to just support you in the growing of your own solo businesses. But if you have any questions at all, any social media related questions, drop them in the comments below. I'd love to help you guys just gain that confidence, start showing up, and really start building the business that you've always dreamed of. And it takes these little actionable steps consistently over time, but sometimes it can be hard to know where to get started or what exactly to do. So that's where I come in. I'm here to support you. Just get started, you guys. Do it messy. Show up as you. I promise you, you're not going to die. My daughter has this sweatshirt. It says, "But did you die?" So just ask yourself, am I going to die? No. Okay, let's do it. Like, just do it scared. I promise you. You'll gain confidence on the other side. All right, last episode, we were at like 90-something% of you that tune in. We're not subscribed. We're at 71% now, so we're making progress. So 71% of you who are not subscribed or that tune in every week are not subscribed. So I would love if you guys enjoy my channel, if you enjoy this podcast, I'd really appreciate if you could subscribe. It helps me, it helps my team out, and we would just really appreciate it. All right, and then make sure to turn on those notifications because we will be back here next week on Monday. All right, have a great rest of your week.